The path of love isn't some spiritual bypass or glamorous kind of Valentine's Day idea of love. The path of love is really facing the obstacles in your way, the barriers in your way. What gets in between you and love? What's in between you and freedom? What is in between you and spontaneity, in between you and innocence? And for each person, that can show up very differently. For some people, it is a lot of traumas. For some people, it's real self-righteousness. For some people, it's fear. For some people, it's pain. For some people, it can be just a real stubborn need to remain stoic. In Path of Love, the opportunity or the invitation is to face what it is that keeps you stuck, that keeps you small, that keeps you suppressed, that keeps you in repetition, that keeps you in a comfort zone, that keeps you in places that make you miserable. And so when we're looking at Path of Love, it's such a huge, expansive opportunity to feel what love is for you. And I think if I look at it, for me, it's about freedom. It's about really aligning with my own longing, which is significance, which is about aligning with the mystery. You know, but that's different for everybody. And to get there, you do have to face some hard obstacles, things that have been there for life, that you have thought have always identified you. Many of us are fixated in those ways. Many of us just think, this is how it is for me for the rest of my life. And then we settle. And so Path of Love is challenging that tolerance. It's challenging your regulatory management skills that keep you in a particular predicament. And so to do that, you will feel the intensity. There will be tears. There will be anger, frustrations. There will be these internal kind of discomforts. And you have to be willing to be with the discomfort. You know, I think most of us look for quick fixes. Most of us want to feel reassured. Most of us want to be at ease. And so we do tend to go for that feels comfortable. And Path of Love asks you to step out of that and to be in the dis-ease of what you are experiencing. The dis-ease of humanity, we all have it. We all have, to some regard, that aspect inside that just doesn't feel fulfilling, that isn't any longer satisfactory, that just doesn't bring pleasure anymore. May have once upon a time, and some of the strategies that we have used have helped us survive. But we get to a certain point, many of us, where surviving isn't enough. And we want to step out of the survival comfort zone. And we want to feel that there is more, that there is possibility for fulfillment. There is that place where we can feel a deep tranquility inside, a harmony. And so in order to get there, it's almost like you've got to pass through the doors of survival, because they were never meant to be the place that we were to live. They were exactly that, surviving. And what is it like then to pass through the doors of surviving and really face what is in the way? Those taboo places, the shadow places, the dark places. That's the opportunity to discover the core attributes of who you are. And connect to them, face them, own them. Radical responsibility. This is who I am underneath. This is what shapes me. And I'm not going to look the other way anymore. I will take full responsibility for who I am, what has happened to me, all of my expressions, and allow that to metabolize inside of me. And once we digest some of those hard barriers and obstacles, then we don't have to keep pressing them into the corner. I sometimes feel like the obstacles are like being in a swimming pool with a beach ball, and we're pressing them down and pressing that beach ball under the water. And to press it under the water, we have to have contact with it. So that we're resisting will always persist. And so freeing the beach ball is what we're doing. And we're looking at this beach ball floating in front of us. And when we look at what it is we've been running from, it becomes something that melts, or something that we can integrate, and something that makes us even more whole. So the path of love is very much a journey of facing that we resist, that we are intolerant of, that triggers us. All of those aspects that are frightening. But we're doing it, and we're doing it alongside other companions who are our fellow travelers on the path, and who want very much the same thing, to be their actualized, individuated selves.